Go. Mission 3.
The Ork invasion is far more serious than we originally imagined. The Imperial Navy, with the help of the Blood Raven's battle barge, the Litany of Fury, has regained tenuous control of the space around the planet. However, the number of Ork troops and supplies that have reached planetside far exceeds our original estimates. The Ork menace has spread throughout the low-population areas of the planet. Civilians are fleeing en masse to the cities, where they hope the higher concentration of Imperial Guard can protect them. Due to our recent actions, we were able to destroy several Ork forward encampments and kill many of their leaders. So we can expect at least a brief respite from further Ork attacks in this area. The Blood Ravens have returned to the capital city of Magna Bonum to prepare the defenses during this downtime. Brother Mateel, 2nd Squad is to man those buildings opposite the market streets. Go! Brother Tantheus, take 9th Squad and shore up our defenses along our southern flank. We need those gun emplacements operational. That is correct, Brother Corrales. Begin executing Protocol 18. We will silence that Ork artillery.
My lord, I have taken the liberty of stationing my Imperial Guard around the key facilities, including the spaceport and power plant.
Your initiative is admirable, Colonel, but I need you to pull your men back to this location where they can concentrate their defense.
But if we abandon the spaceport...
We cannot hold the spaceport, Colonel. We have to maximize our defense in one location to assure victory. Do not mistake the Orks' simple manner for stupidity. They are far more cunning than they may seem. Now go.
Yes, my lord. I do not agree with this course of action. Why are we sitting back waiting for the Orks to strike? We should attack! Surely it is better than doing nothing.
You would have us meet the Orks on open ground? That would be madness. It is written in the Codex Astartes that this situation calls for a defensive action.
Of course. You are right. Perhaps patience is the better virtue here.
Brothers, the Orks have overrun the city. This transgression shall not stand. We will fight on alert, until brothers. The last Ork The enemy is must dead. Be nearby. Heavy bolter turrets have been made available to us. Be sure to place the defensive power wisely. Service. Landmines are now available for placement in our enemy's paths. Praise the Emperor. The Orks maintain an iron grip on the city's strategic points. I serve We must mankind. Break their hold and deny the Orks their supplies.
Initializing current protocol.
For the glory of the Emperor.
Reporting, sir.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic. Praise the Emperor. What would you have me do?
Marine squad
for the
deployed.
Emperor.
The enemy is attacking.
The Emperor protects.
What is your will?
The Emperor protects. At your
He
command.
who stands with me shall be my brother.
One.
What would you have me do?
Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Fear denies faith.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Agreed. Agreed.
Decision
Fear
secure.
denies faith.
Here to serve.
Beware the alien.
Reporting, sir. Charge!
Under fire.
Reporting, sir.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
Fear
nearby.
denies faith.
My
Strategic point
faith is my
identified.
shield.
Fear not the Psyker. Fear not the Psyker. Through the destruction of our
Reporting, sir.
enemies do we earn our
I
salvation.
await your instructions.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Marine squad deployed. Direct us to the enemy. Claim it in the name of the Emperor.
The Emperor protects.
We stand ready. Position
my lord.
secure. Awaiting orders.
Here to serve. Build
There is
routine
no such thing as
7-1
innocence,
initiated.
only degrees of guilt.
Here to serve. Initializing build protocol.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Fear denies faith.
Yes, Lord. Initializing build
I stand
protocol.
Position
ready.
secure.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Strategic point identified.
Yes, Lord. I await your instructions. Yes, most beneficent one. With all due
Knowledge is
haste.
power. Hide it well. My knowledge is at your disposal. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
At your command. Marine squad deployed.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Here to serve. I will do as you ask.
Objective achieved.
Fear not the
I
Psyker.
await your instructions. I will do as you
The
ask.
immortal Emperor. I stand ready.
Orders received, brother. Fear our
Venerate
wrath.
the immortal Emperor.
Yes, Lord. With all
An
due
open mind
haste.
is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Yes, Lord.
I stand ready. Knowledge is power. Hide it well. Fear not the Psyker.
Understood. Taking damage.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. I stand ready. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. My knowledge is at your disposal.
Come
I stand ready.
on. This take forever.
Fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Commencing with
Venerate the immortal emperor.
fear denies faith.
I stand ready. Venerate the immortal emperor.
We're here. Following orders. We'll get through this, I know it.
Venerate the immortal emperor. Fear not.
Yes, my lord. Orders received.
There is no such thing as innocence.
Engaging the enemy.
Venerate the immortal emperor.
Broken. Squadron
The mind is like a fortress with its gates unguarded.
enemy is attacking. Marine squad deployed. Our faith holds us. Fear denies faith. Initiate attack. Marine squad deployed. To
No
glory.
such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt. Fear not the psycho. I stand ready.
Ever vigilant.
Fear not the psycho. I stand ready.
Here to serve. I will do as you ask.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Fear not the psycho. My knowledge is at your disposal.
What is your will?
Knowledge is power. I will. I stand ready.
Direct us to the enemy.
Fear not the psycho.
Maintain attack formation.
There is
Taking
no
hits.
such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
Taking heavy fire.
Here to serve.
Marine squad deployed.
I will do as you
My
ask.
knowledge is at your disposal.
Cleanse.
Yes, sure.
Kill.
Initializing just protocol.
Tanks, there's a lot of tanks.
Venerate the immortal emperor. Venerate the immortal emperor. Venerate the immortal emperor. Venerate the immortal emperor.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Fear not the psycho.
For the glory
Knowledge is
of the
power.
Imperium.
Hide it well.
Yes, most beneficent one. I will do as you ask. I await your instructions.
I stand ready.
Yes, most beneficent one. I will do as you ask.
Knowledge is power.
Under fire.
Hide it well.
Maintain attack formation.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Fear not the psycho.
Here to serve. Initializing
First
just
step on the
protocol.
road to disappointment.
Yes, Lord.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Ever vigilant. Heresy grows from
Fear not the
idleness.
psycho. I stand ready. Fear not the psycho. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Knowledge is power. Hide it well. first step on the road to disappointment. I stand ready.
We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
Turn first.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Maintain attack formation. The enemy is attacking. None shall stop us.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Hope is the first step on the road to
Yes,
disappointment.
most beneficent one. As you wish. I exist to
My
serve.
knowledge is at your disposal.
Reporting, sir.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Stay vigilant, brothers.
Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
I await your instructions. Build
I
routine
stand
71 initiated.
Commencing attack.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Yes, Lord.
Taking hits.
I exist to serve. Here to serve. With all
Is the
due
first
faith.
step on the road to disappointment.
None shall stop us.
Yes, Lord. Build routine
Is the first
71
step on the road
initiated.
to disappointment.
We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. Commencing attack.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Fear not the sight.
Stay vigilant, brothers.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Cleanse.
I stand
purge,
ready.
Kill.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Yes, Lord.
Under fire.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Stay vigilant,
I stand
brothers.
ready. There is no such thing as innocence. only
Yes, my
degrees of
lord.
The blasted Orks have built their infernal structures
Moving
within the
out.
city walls.
Cleanse,
Destroying these
purge,
structures is
kill.
vital
Such thing
if we
as
are to
innocence,
regain control
only
over the
degrees
city.
of guilt.
Walk softly.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Cleanse. Purge. Kill. Fear the Marine squad
There is no
deployed.
such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Faith is our shield.
Here to serve. With
There is
all
no
due
such
haste.
thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Under fire. The enemy is attacking. At your command. Faith is our shield.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Fear denies faith. Understood. Weapons at ready.
Hide it well. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
What's your order?
Fear not the psycho.
Take and hold.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
I await your instructions.
What is your order? Understood. Orders received. None shall stop us.
I await your
Fear
instructions.
not the psycho. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. My knowledge is at your
Taking
disposal.
damage. Position zero. Nice.
Here to serve. With
My
all due
knowledge is at
haste.
your disposal.
Direct us to the enemy.
Here to serve.
There is no
Initializing
such
build
thing as
protocol.
Marine squad deployed.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. I stand ready.
Weapons at ready.
An open mind is like a fortress with its
Here to
gates
serve.
unbarred and unguarded.
With all
My
due
knowledge is
haste.
at your disposal.
We stand ready. Fall back and regroup!
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. I stand ready.
None shall stop us. Heavy fist.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress
I
with its
await
gates
your
unbarred and unguarded.
instructions. As you wish, I await your instructions. With all due haste.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Yes, Lord? I will do as you ask.
Blast and damnation!
Knowledge is power.
A sacred machine cult has misfired and landed somewhere within the
Orders
city.
received,
We
brother.
must recover the structure
We are
and
the
any
Emperor's
survivors.
chosen. Weapons at ready. It is time.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Attacking as
My
ordered.
knowledge is at your disposal. I stand ready.
Engaging the enemy.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Initiating attack protocol 23.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Attacking
My
as
knowledge
ordered.
is at your disposal.
I await your instructions.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. Fear not the sight. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. My knowledge is at your disposal.
The enemy is attacking as ordered.
No such thing as innocence, only
I
degrees of
await
guilt.
your instructions. I will do as you ask.
Knowledge is power. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Venerate the immortal.
Attacking as ordered. Commencing
My
attack.
knowledge is at your disposal. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Stay vigilant, brothers.
My knowledge is at your
Retreat.
disposal.
Cleanse.
There is no such thing as
Kill.
innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Weapons at ready. It is time.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. My knowledge is at your
We
disposal.
stand ready. At your command.
I stand ready.
Here to serve. As you wish. Yes, most beneficent one.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
The Emperor protects. We are united in his service.
Here to serve. Build routine
Fear
721
not the
initiated.
psycho. Knowledge is power. Hide it well. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Moving out.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Orders received.
Yes, Lord. Build routine
Hope is the first
721
step on the road to
initiated.
disappointment.
Weapons at ready. Fear our wrath.
Yes, Lord.
An
Initializing
open
build
mind is like a
protocol.
fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Initiating attack
Fear
protocol
not
20.
the sight. Fear not the sight. I stand ready. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Taking hits.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Fear denies faith.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Venerate the immortal Emperor. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Objective
Knowledge is
achieved.
power. Hide it well.
Understood. Stay vigilant, brothers. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. Heresy grows from idleness.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing
There
build
is no such
protocol.
thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Orders received. For the glory of the Imperium.
There is no such thing as
Taking
innocence,
hits.
only degrees of guilt. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Maintain attack formation. Moving out. None shall
Fear not
stop
the
us.
sight.
I await your instructions. With all due haste.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Here to serve. Build routine 721
Hope is the
initiated.
first step on the road to disappointment.
Here to serve. Yes, Lord. With all due haste. Yes, Lord.
I stand ready.
Orders received.
Venerate
brother.
the immortal Emperor.
Yes, Lord. Build
An
routine
open mind is like a
721
fortress with its
initiated.
gates unbarred and unguarded.
Ay,
Taking heavy fire. Attack.
I await your instructions. With all due haste.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Fear not the sight.
Attacking as ordered.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. I stand ready. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Weapons at ready. It is time for the glory of the Imperium. Charge.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Fear our wrath. Orders received. Orders
Here to
received.
serve. I will
There is
do
no
as you
such thing
ask.
as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Stay vigilant. Taking heavy fire. Purge. Kill.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Maintain attack
My
formation.
knowledge is at your disposal. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721
I stand
initiated.
My narrative of yours. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Beware, Alien, the mutant.
My narrative at your disposal.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Hope is the first step on the road to
While the
disappointment.
enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Venerate the immortal
Faith
Emperor.
is our shield.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Yes, most
Taking
beneficent one.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Orders received.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Yes, most
Fear
beneficent
not
one.
the Psyker. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Position
An open
secure.
mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Strategic point
Venerate the
identified.
immortal Emperor. Fear not the Psyker. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Stay vigilant, brothers. Objective
An
acquired.
open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Yes, most beneficent one. I
Venerate
exist
the
to
immortal
serve.
Emperor.
Here to serve. I exist to serve. With all
There
due
is no
haste.
such thing as innocence.
Yes,
Only
Lord.
degrees of guilt.
Initializing
I
build
stand ready.
protocol. Here to serve. I shall obey.
Area secured.
Do
Venerate
as you
the
ask.
immortal Emperor. Fear not the Psyker.
Onward to glory. Fear
Emperor be
our
praised. The machine cult is still intact. We must get a servitor to finish its construction immediately.
Here to serve. As you wish.
I am the instrument of his will.
Heresy grows from idleness. Understood. Fear denies faith. Moving out. Orders received. Direct us to the enemy. Fear
At
our wrath.
last, back to war. I will be there soon. Die! Die! Die!
We are the Emperor's chosen. Taking damage. Awaiting orders. Maintain attack formation.
Faith is eternal. At last, back to war.
Moving out. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Yes, Lord. With
It is
all due
better to
haste.
die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. At last, back to war. Command me. At last, back to war. Burn, heretics. I have waited long for this day. By his word. I am ready to serve.
The revered dreadnoughts are standing by. Build them at the machine cult.
Even in death, I still serve.
Taking
It is
damage.
better to die for the Emperor than live for myself.
While the enemies of the Emperor
last,
still
back
draw
to
breath,
war.
there can be no peace.
I am the instrument of his will.
Here to serve. As you wish.
I am the instrument of his will. At last, back to war. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Position secure.
Take me into battle. Command me. To me, my brothers.
Yes, Lord.
At last, back to war. I am the instrument of his will. I have awoken. I am ready to serve again. At last, back to war. I am ready to serve again. Even in death I still serve. Command me.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing
Even in
build
death
protocol.
I still serve. I am ready to serve again. I will crush those who stand before me. Moving out. Moving out. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I have waited long for this day. I am ready to serve again. I have waited long for this day. I am the instrument of his will, by his word. I am ready to serve again. I have awoken.
I await your instructions. Build
I
routine
am the
7 to 1
instrument of his will.
initiated.
I will be there soon. Command me.
Here to serve. I shall obey. Build routine 7 to 1
Die for the Emperor
initiated.
than live for yourself.
Direct us to the enemy. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
At last, back to war.
Mission accomplished.
At last, back to war. Moving out. I will crush
Under
those who
fire.
stand before me.
We stand ready.
Command.
Yes, Lord.
Even in death I still
Yes,
serve.
most beneficent one. Build routine 7 to 1 initiated.
Command me. Take me into battle. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Moving out. Die! Die! Die!
Yes, Lord. Build routine 7 to 1 yes, most beneficent one. Yes, most beneficent one.
I am ready to serve again. I have waited long for this day.
Yes, Lord?
At last, back to war. I have waited long for this. Even in death I still serve. Faith is eternal. Even in death I still serve.
Yes, Lord?
We stand ready for the glory of the Imperium. Fear denies faith. Orders received.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated. As you wish. I exist to serve.
Moving out. I shall end you. I will purge the unclean. Command me. Take me into battle. Faith is eternal.
Under fire!
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated.
Command me.
Awaiting orders. Maintain attack formation.
At last, back to war. I am ready to serve. Again. At last, back to war. Command me. I will crush those who stand before me. I am ready to serve. Again. I am the instrument of his will. I have waited long for this day. I will be there soon. Burn, heretic, by his word. Take me
Taking
into
damage.
battle. Burn, heretic.
Direct us to the enemy. Orders received, brother.
I
Weapons
have
at ready.
awoken.
It is time. Fear denies faith.
Even in
Cleanse,
death I
purge,
still serve.
kill.
Faith is eternal. I will crush those who stand before me. Identifying targets. Burn, heretic. Die, die, die! Take me into battle. I will crush those who stand before me. I will purge the unclean. I have waited long for this day. I am the instrument of his will. At last, back to war. Faith is eternal.
Taking fire.
Die! Die! It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
At your command.
Even in death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will. by his word. By his word, I am ready to serve again.
We stand ready.
Command me. I have waited long for this vision.
My powers are close to command. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. I will destroy their minds. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Your end is at hand. Faith is eternal.
Taking hits!
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
What is your order? What is your order? Fear our wrath.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Faith is eternal.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. With courage, there is no such thing as
Even in
innocence.
death I still serve.
Feel my wrath.
I am the instrument of his will. I shall end. It is better to die for the innocent than live for
Its
yourself.
gates unbarred and unguarded. There is no such thing as innocence. Only to reason.
I am the instrument of his will. I will be there soon.
Fear not the Psycho.
Taking hits! Direct us to the enemy. Cleanse!
There is no such thing as
I
innocence.
command in the name of the Emperor.
Destroy their minds and burn their bodies. Its gates unbarred.
Today
and
the
unguarded.
enemy shall know fear. For the glory of the Emperor, while the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath. Today the enemy shall know fear. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Even in death I shall serve.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Right.
Knock it off, all of yous. We's moving out. We's not gonna stay and fight. I's the biggest orc here, which means I's the leader of yous lousy bunch of gits. We've been waiting and waiting to fight these marine boys, and we's gonna stomp them butt good. To do that, we need the strength of all the boys, not a small, weak mob of rats like yous boys. I use your skull for something besides thumping. We's orcs, and we's were made for fighting and winning. Sure thing. You're the boss. We's gonna go get Big Boss Orc among us. He got something special planned for these humies.
Right. Watching Sleepy here, sorry,